Hello, 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 hello. Can we hear me? That's the first thing I want to double check this morning is everybody can hear me. It looks like YouTube's having a few problems. I'm so sorry, guys, if it's lagging for you. Everything looks okay on my end, so try refreshing your screen if it's still being wonky. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Leaf. Good morning, Destiny. Good morning, Maria, the amazing Gecko. Both my amazing moderators are here. Silver Fox and Heather, thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm just going to wait a sec. It sounds like you can hear me because I have people saying hi, hello. Kirsty. Awesome. I have all the wonderful people are here this morning. Thank you guys for showing up on a Sunday morning for me. And first and foremost, can we hear Planet Zoo music? Do I need to turn it up? I don't want it to just be my voice and nothing else today. we want a little bit of ambiance. We want me to sound a little nicer. So make sure I didn't forget to turn it on this time. So if we got Planet Zoo music playing, we are doing good. Has the lag stopped for everybody? Are we less laggy? It seems less laggy on my end because it was refreshing for me for a little bit. So I apologize. Hopefully that's resolved. But welcome to the stream. You hear no music. I can definitely turn it up. Maybe I'm just too loud. As long as you can hear me, I guess that's the important part, right? Awesome. Well, we're back in Hakea Wildlife Park with our little African dogs, African wild dogs. If you guys missed it last time, we built this box. We built an elevated box for people to walk into so that they can see into this ditch that we built in the ground. We added some rocks so it looks like a somewhat pretty ditch. We're going to make it even prettier today, though. Oh, good. The lag has stopped for you, Emma. That's awesome. Everything looks good with the lag. Beautiful. Good morning, Sean. No lag. That's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, we're going to start this, or continue this today, rather. And I was looking at some reference pictures, and I have some ideas of how to make this less like a box. This one over here for our dingoes is very box-like, and that was the intent. But I want this one to be a little bit different. So I'm thinking we add a pitch on the roof here, and then maybe some windows above here that would just kind of let in some light to the viewing area. And then I also was looking at some reference pictures of how to kind of decorate this. I don't necessarily like this structure that we built right here, so I'm thinking of doing different, like our very own kind of special, what is the word? Shade structure. There you go. Decorative blah, 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 blah. Wow, we're off to a good start. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to drink a little bit of my coffee and hope that the words come out of my mouth correctly. For those of you that don't know, I do work full-time, and this week was a rather busy week. It was the most stupid week of stupid work weeks you could ever have. But I worked 48 hours and 6 days in a row, so I am just a bit loopy getting up to stream for you guys, but happy to be here. Really excited for it. I was looking forward to it all week, to be honest. Puppies! Yes, we're building for puppies today. Really want the Komodo dragon. You know, that's not a bad idea, the amazing Gecko. The Komodo dragon, since this is a desert biome zoo, might fit rather well. So maybe that is plans for the future. You never know, but we'll start by kind of getting rid of this. I guess I'll actually do something this morning while I'm talking to you guys. You know, can't forget that we are playing a game. And I forget what those pieces are called, but we're looking for the same kind of roof pieces, but off the grid, because the grid makes everything... Did I pass them? Grid makes everything more difficult. Nope. There they are. Everything more difficult, and we want off the grid. We want non-difficult. So, yeah, what I'm thinking is that I don't necessarily think I want it... 15 degrees isn't actually that bad. Yeah, so something like that. So we don't have a cube, because it was reminding me of a shipping container, whereas I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. People definitely build beautiful shipping containers. I just don't want to build a shipping container. Whoop. Apparently my fingers are not on it today either. They're gonna take some time to wake up. Clicking all the wrong buttons already. I don't know if you guys can tell, because I can tell because it was making noise. Can you guys hear the Planet Zoo music? Just want to make sure, again, that you guys are hearing that. But how was everybody else's week? Did anybody have a particularly fun week? Do anything exciting? I know there's not really much we can do in the world just yet, especially here in San Diego. You know, we're still quasi locked down, but did everybody have a good week? Like I said, I worked a ton. And so I am fairly tired after that, but I say it was a stupid work week. It was a stupid work week just because it was a lot of work, not because it was necessarily like a terrible work week. Barely. Let's turn it lots more up. Right now it's not actually playing because it paused. It's changing its song to another song, but hopefully it will come on there. Doing really good. Oh, you're talking to Adam Up. Hi, Adam Up. Welcome. For those of you that don't know, Adam Up also has a YouTube channel and makes wonderful Planet Zoo content. If you're looking for more content to consume, there definitely are some other creators out there that I suggest looking into. Sometimes I just kind of browse, like I'll just search Planet Zoo in general and then search by upload date, and then that will kind of get rid of YouTube's suggestion kind of algorithm thing, and you find a lot of cool creators that way, because a lot of people are making really cool stuff, but that algorithm, man, it'll get you. If you're not on top of that, then a lot less people see your stuff, and they definitely deserve to be recognized. But how are you, Adam? What are you up to? Just signed in. Hi, Riley. Is that how you say your name? Rylei? That's a really interesting way to spell that. I don't think I've ever seen Riley spelt that way. Let's see. You started working again, Kirsty? That's awesome. What do you do for work? I guess getting back to work in any capacity is good, huh? If you've been off of work for a while. I don't know what I would do. I was talking to Drew the other day, and he mentioned like he would love nothing more than to work from home because he's a homebody, and I am the opposite of that. Don't get me wrong, huge video game nerd, obviously because of what we're doing this morning, but if I was stuck at home and wasn't able to go out, or I guess forced to go out to go to work, I think I would lose my noodle a little bit. I go a little bit stir crazy. Zekin, welcome in. Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys didn't catch it already, Zekin's shell build for our shell build challenge went live. You guys should definitely check it out. The stop motion videos are something that I really need to get myself in gear and do a couple of those, because they're such cool ways to show off habitats. I just haven't sat down to actually do it yet, and I need to, because they're really, really cool ways to show off habitats. But yeah, if you haven't checked that out, Zekin's is the third episode. So Drew's habitat build is out, and then Zekin's is out, and then next, I think, hold on, let me get my notebook of handy dandy notes so that I don't give you the wrong information. Let's see. Next is Mast. So Mast Bandit's video will be out on the 8th. And Mast Bandit had Thrive's saltwater crocodile habitat. So you guys will see what he was able to do with that. It looks pretty rad. He sent me some pictures, and it looks really cool. So you guys, I think, will enjoy that as well. At McDonald's temporarily. You know, Kirsty, when I'm hungry and too tired to cook, their fries, man. I do love me some McDonald's fries. I don't necessarily like a whole lot else that they have, but McDonald's fries, I could eat those all the time. All the time. You'd go bananas? Why would I go bananas, Primal? I've already forgotten what I said. Can you show me your entrance? Yes, absolutely. So this is, let's get out of this group here. We'll go on a mini tour. It's not a very big zoo. So this is the entrance to Hakea Wildlife Park, and we did a little parking lot. My first and only ever parking lot Yeah, it was fun to build, but hard for me because I'd never built a parking lot before, and trying to envision like how cars would come through and not, crash into one another. And obviously very small zoo because you can only have like 20 people in the zoo at a time. I guess everybody should carpool, and that's just the key. But yeah, this is Hakea Wildlife Park, and you come in. These are implied kookaburra habitats, or other Australian birds, songbirds, things like that. So that's what that is. This was an enclosure that I built for Paulsley's competition in the past. So it's ostriches and kangaroos. This was the very first thing I built with the Australian DLC pack. So this is koalas in there. There's 2 different habitats. There's over here and over here. And then that's it. And then the dingoes and where we're working now. So yeah, that is the zoo overall. It's not very big, so I'm thinking dingoes here, and then because Hakea is now our stream zoo, saltwater crocodiles I think I want to do next, because those definitely fit in with an Australian zoo. So we'll have to start thinking about those, hopefully after we get this done, and hopefully we will get going on this enough to not have it last like 50 weeks, because that would be great. That would be great to actually wrap something up. But I gotta stay focused. I gotta not distract myself. Actually keep going with what I'm doing. Let's see. Hello, if you're just stopping in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna say it every time for the first few streams, but I'm still so shocked that anybody wants to come and watch me play. Because I just find it interesting that people actually find what I'm doing entertaining, and forever grateful, because I really do appreciate it. Because I certainly have a ton of fun, and streaming is a lot more fun than just sitting here and talking to myself in a room. Because I get your guys' feedback, and I can see how you guys are doing and ask you questions. You guys can ask me questions. You prefer Wendy's fries, Silver Fox? Wendy's doesn't have bad fries. It's fine. Fries in general, I think, are just great. I need to start eating before the stream so that my mind doesn't go straight to food. But I'm not a morning eater. Like I very rarely do I actually eat a breakfast. I think I want to push this back. I don't think this one needs to be out so far now that we have now that we're having a little overhang. I think this one can be back here. Like so. And then we might even do, yeah, I'm in all sorts of build groups here. This is what happens a lot when I build, is I just get going and I forget what group we're working in and what we're doing. Then I end up having like 2/3 of a building in a group, and another 1/4 in another group, and an 1/8 in another group. Yeah, chaos. Hey guys, hi Erin. Welcome to the stream. Do I have a Twitch account? Yes, I do have a Twitch account. I don't stream on Twitch, though. I just watch other content creators. Yeah, I don't stream on Twitch. Everything is on YouTube. I'm fairly new to streaming. This is our 2nd stream ever, so welcome. Thank you for stopping by if you're making it again. But yeah, 2nd stream ever. And didn't want to learn a whole nother platform, because that seemed very overwhelming at the time. Let's see if we can get some cute little trim pieces. It's either plank or painted. These ones might work. No. I want the square ones painted. Am I missing it? Yeah, these ones. Add a little bit of trim so it doesn't look like our glass is just being stuck onto a piece of wood with nothing holding on to it. Oh, you don't have Wendy's in Scotland? Wow, you're all the way from Scotland, Kirsty? That's awesome. Scotland is on one of my places that I would absolutely love to visit. I love to travel, and this whole last year and stuff has been terrible for that. I haven't gone anywhere, but yeah, Scotland is one place that I would love to visit. Scotland, Ireland, Germany, all of those places. Oh, the glass is gonna get in the way. I feel like the glass has a really big hitbox, because yeah, it's gonna select that one too. Dang it. Go away, please, so that I can select you and actually do something. Let's change this to maybe a dark color because that will stand out. We don't want everything to be the same color. We want it to stand out a bit with a little bit of contrast. Pull that down to there. Good. Oh, annoying. Let's see. Drew, good morning. You've been in lurk mode while you do housework. That doesn't sound like fun. Although housework is what I have to do after this. It's inevitable if you live in a house. You'll put a hat on your gecko. The amazing gecko. You actually have geckos as pets. What kind of geckos do you have? I work with animals, if you guys don't know, and we have a couple leopard geckos, and they're pretty cute. They're pretty cute and fun to work with. They have permanent little smiles on their faces, and well, I say smiles. They have little grins that make them look like super mischievous. I like them. They're very cute. Scotland is nice, very cold though. You know, Jay, I didn't notice that you were in the chat. Hello, welcome. That's another wonderful content creator. I actually really like the cold over the heat. You can always put more layers on, but you can't always take layers off appropriately, at least. But yeah, I really like the cold, says someone that's never lived where it snows. But, you know, I can say I like the cold because San Diego's cold is like 60. And that's not too bad, in my opinion. I don't think that's too bad in anybody's opinion. Let's see if I flip this around. Do it this way. So we have inside, outside framing. We're not going to spend much time inside, but that way it doesn't look so incomplete on the inside. There we go. Beautiful. I think that looks a little better. You know, raising it up, it gives it a little bit more, less box-like, less shipping container-like. I'm from down south in England. Hi, Eden Moon. Welcome. A leopard gecko and a crested gecko. You mean crested gecko. I'm sure that was a typo, unless crested gecko is actually a thing. But crested geckos are really cute as well. Yeah, leopard geckos are super, super cute, Jay. Super cute. And super easy to keep as pets, too. They are. They're kind of like a beginning reptile because they don't have super, super gnarly requirements. To be honest, any beginner reptile, anything that's like nocturnal, is fairly easy to start because you don't have to worry too much about its UVA, UVB rays, things like that, because they live at nighttime, so they're not normally out in the sun. So it makes them a little bit easier to care for, because that's, man, if you get reptiles heating wrong, then you're gonna have some major problems, because it's very, very important for them being what's it called, cold-blooded, ectothermic. Let's see, -2 degrees, then we'll talk cold. No, not for me, sorry. No thank you. Temperature should not come in negatives. Should not come in negatives. I think that is too cold. Too cold. We can delete this little piece now, I'm realizing. Yeah, that's looking a little better. Little better. My first pet was a leopard gecko. My first pet was a hamster. I had a lot of hamsters growing up. Lot of hamsters. Then I stopped wanting hamsters and I got rats. Rats make wonderful pets too. They're super smart. Everybody seems freaked out about their tails though. And I think that they are adorable. So yeah, so then I had rats for a while. And then I wanted, story time, I wanted a guinea pig. And I spent months convincing my mom that I was going to be responsible enough. I was going to care for this guinea pig. I was going to love it. I was going to feed it, clean its enclosure, not have my mom care for it at all. And she finally said yes. She said yes after all my hard work of begging and pleading and convincing. So we went to the pet store and I picked out 2 guinea pigs because not only had I convinced her that I should have 1 guinea pig, I convinced her, not falsely, that guinea pigs need companions, that they like being in groups. So she allowed me to have 2 of them. And then tragedy struck when I had my mom hold the guinea pig while I went to go look for a cage for said guinea pigs. And when I came back, my mom's eyes were so swollen and red, and her face was itchy, and her hands were itchy. She was terribly allergic to them. Terribly allergic to them. And so Savannah didn't get guinea pigs because they couldn't stay in the house. I was so devastated as a little child because it was like something that I worked hard for and convinced my mom, and I really, really wanted that guinea pig. And then, it's not my mom's fault. I'm not mad at her, but she had no idea how allergic she was to guinea pigs. And that's how Savannah ended up not getting a guinea pig. Cool story, huh? And then, as an adult, Savannah compensated by getting herself 4 guinea pigs. That's the end of the story. When I moved out on my own, I was actually a volunteer for a small animal rescue. And small mammal, meaning like guinea pigs, rats, hamsters, mice, things like that. And I ended up adopting 4 guinea pigs. And I had them for a long time. They are super cute, Heather. I call them little potatoes with legs because they really are. They don't really have much to their body structure other than their body and their legs. They're not really separated by, like a neck and a waist and stuff like that. They're just potatoes. They're just potatoes. I find them incredibly cute, especially when they make their little noises and stuff. And they are really smart too. Like they know when breakfast is and who you are and stuff like that. Yeah, they make really good pets. 4 guinea pigs sounds amazing. It was pretty cool. Lots of cleanup though. Lots of cleanup. Because guinea pigs eat all the time, therefore they poop all the time. And I had to clean it up all the time. But they were good little pets. I really liked them. Hi, I'm here. Janella, good morning. I keep saying good morning. I should just start saying hi, huh? Because it may not be morning for you guys. May not be morning for you guys, and I'm just kind of over here saying good morning. It's morning for me, so that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, and also there's some sort of game happening here in the United States, huh? Anybody watching that later? Anybody gonna put that on the TV? I'll probably watch it, but only because my dad and my boyfriend will want to watch it and, yell at people running a ball up and down a field. Late afternoon for you, Destiny. Thorn just be sleeping in your lap. Is Thorn the name of your crested gecko? That's a cute name for a crested gecko. They do have lots of thorns. Afternoon in Europe. Only had dogs, Heather. Well, dogs are man's best friend. They're the best pet, right? 3 a.m. in Sydney. Oh my goodness, Sarah, why are you awake? Why are you awake? 5:30 in Germany. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Hi, Alexander. Welcome. Germany, as we were talking about before, is on one of my top places to visit. I'm gonna get rid of this because I'm not a fan of this. Not a fan of that. What we'll probably do, to be honest, is if we take... I didn't do an upright one. If we take this and just make it vertical instead of a slant. What's the best way to do this? Copy and turn. Will that work? Aha! It did work. Oh man, but it won't do that. That's annoying. That's annoying. I hate when it doesn't work out like on the grid so that it won't, you know, slide straight and whatnot. It makes everything a little bit more difficult, but doable, just difficult. Let's see. Let's get rid of just that stuff. I don't think I need it. Yeah, we'll just have to do it this way. That's okay. What we can do is we can take a piece from this because I am obsessed with making sure things line up right. And if we just take this straight this way, we can use this as our lineup tool. And then we go back, go away, we go back to this, and we can line this up. Wow, I did a pretty good job. I did a pretty good job just kind of guesstimating. Look, we're off by just a little bit, but then we can use this to kind of line up where it should be, like a so. Perfect, and then we get rid of this, and it's in a line. Beautiful. Ruined your sleeping schedule? Well, yeah, it's 3 a.m. Go to sleep. I am not a stay up that late kind of person. That is too late. Will you then be the type of person that sleeps until like 2 p.m. the next day, or are you going to be up at like 7 ready to go? Because those people are not human. How one could get less than like 9 hours of sleep and be functional? Beyond me. No idea how people do that. I am definitely one that wants my sleep. Paul! Watching and learning? Nonsense, Paul. You have nothing to learn from me. Good morning, Paul. Welcome to the stream. Excited to see you here. Building some fun stuff. Well, at least I think it's fun. The goal is for it to be fun. Let's raise, whoopsies. Raise all the, excuse you, I don't want you. I want this one down here. There we go. Oh. There we go. Let's see if we can raise this up a bit. And then we'll get rid of this. Well, not get rid of, we'll rotate this because this is all out of whack now. How have you been, Paul? I saw that you finished moving house. That's always a pain. Moving is quite literally sometimes the worst. There was one year I moved twice in a year, and boy did I find out I have too much crap. Way too much crap. There. Hi Emily, did you just stop in? Welcome. Geckos are the only thing you need. Well, be that as it may, your geckos probably still need stuff. So therefore, you do have more than just geckos. You have geckos and gecko stuff. I want this one. Not that one. Not that. Not that. Thank you. Bring this down. Hopefully I like this. I'm spending a lot of time getting this all situated. Hopefully I don't hate it. Yeah, Paul, what a pain. It's snowing too? Was it snowing while you had to move boxes? That makes it even more bad. That makes it even more of a pain. More of a pain. Lugging boxes is one thing. Lugging it in the snow. I don't think I'd move. I'd say like, yeah, give me a few days, guys. I can't go outside. I can't carry boxes. It's snowing. Yeah, that looks better. I mean, we'll obviously figure out some way to attach it to the, actually, in fact, if we just kind of move it over and make it touch, because this build is a little bit different than that one over there, where this one's completely suspended, so I had to make sure that it was, like, connected and holding it up. This one's sitting on rocks, so this is more just a decorative thing, not necessarily a supportive thing. So if we just kind of put that there-ish, we can probably just kind of leave it as it is. But now I'm thinking we might want to raise it up because we we made the roof a little different. Or do we even need that? Do we even need that? Because then, I mean, we can take some of these rocks, these are the desert rocks, and kind of hide the concrete that I pulled way out. Whoa, no aligning to surface. And see, we can do like this kind of thing. I mean, I guess it does add some decoration, right? We'll leave it for now. Like I said, we'll leave it for now, and if I hate it later, we'll delete it. That's the fun of Planet Zoo, right? You can delete whatever you want, you can build whatever you want. Just depends on how much time you have. You hired movers. That's the way to go. That is the way to go, definitely. Whoops. Hiring movers. That way they can move your crap. You don't have to. That's what I should have done. Have no time for moving. That's right, Heather. You are everywhere on the internet. You are everywhere. Let's see. You know, I kind of like how it's, it kind of frames these corners too, now that we look at it from this side. So I do like that. I do like that. I kind of want to get into a little bit of the dog's habitat today too, and not focus too much on this. I want to focus a little bit on our ditch, so it's not so much a ditch in the ground. And they can escape this, so we've got to fix that. Maybe some ivy hanging off the sides to help decorate it. That's not a bad idea. It would have to be, I think, like we got those air plants, right? Oops, not in construction. We got those air plants, right? Well, I don't remember what they were called. Are they... I think? No. No. Yeah, these ones. Right? Spanish hanging moss. That might look good because it, like I said, it is a desert area, so I don't want to do anything super tropical. But if we were to use these, yeah, something to think about. We could definitely look into using something like that. I'm not going to get into that just yet because I want to get the overall structure done. But yeah, not a bad idea. Thank you. That was Primal, right? Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't work too much on streams. Heather works just the right amount, Primal. Don't discourage her because I can't lose her. I need Silver Fox and Heather. So no telling them they work too much. They work the perfect amount. They work the perfect amount. They're very helpful. Okay, so I do like that a lot better. Now that we have some, oh, maybe we should fix the hole I left in the wall. Maybe we should fix this. If I pull that up, is this going to work out for me, or are we going to have to get creative? We're probably going to have to get a little bit creative because I don't want this poking through, and I also don't want... I do see some people will kind of rotate like this to fill it in, and although that will fill in the gap, this will drive me nuts. The fact that the lines go up and then these ones go sideways. So we can't do that. That's not an option. So we can pull that up. We can pull this up as far as that won't go any further. So we can't pull that one up. So then we're going to have to get creative with a little bit of trim is what we'll have to do. And we can use something like this. Maybe we can just make a second layer that's a little indented, or maybe we do something that's darker so it has a little bit of contrast. And then we're going to need to cover this corner somehow with something. And I'm wondering, since we are in the Australian stuff, and everything we have is square so far, I'm wondering... That's not the fat one. Oh, yes, it is the fat one. I'm wondering if something like this wouldn't look bad? Question mark? If we kind of rounded off each corner with something like this. We'll have to pull the planks out a little bit because right now they're sticking out of the, or this is sticking out the side of the plank. But yeah, if we did something like that, and obviously not a blue color, but we can do some sort of gray color. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. African wild dogs, one of your favorites? I love them too, to be honest. They're super cute. I think there's a movement too to call them not wild dogs, but painted dogs as well. But either or, yeah, they are one of my favorite. I'm tired. I didn't go back to sleep until 4 a.m. and woke up at 8:30 or 8:13. I fell asleep, then woke up at 11:20 to watch the stream. Well, thank you for being here. Gosh, you guys, sleep deprived, tired, but still supportive. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Your gecko went to the bathroom in its water. Yeah. Pets aren't always the most convenient. Pretty gross, though. Let's see. What? See, now, why did I put that in a group? That is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It was all in a group by itself. Or, not by itself. That's what I wanted it to not be in a group. Let's see. We put that there. There and there. Yeah, that's not looking so bad. Should we actually support this here? Oh, thank you, Silver Fox. Yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, I would love to have you over there for some chit-chatting and fun. We have a contest going on. If you guys missed the video on the channel a couple weeks ago, we started a build challenge with a few other content creators. And as a community thing, that is our current Discord challenge, build challenge, where you guys have to take a shell and build something cool out of it. So that is only available on the Discord. So if you guys are interested, highly encourage you guys to join over there. Would love to have ya. Talk all about animals and fun facts and some Planet Zoo, some Sims, because I've recently fallen down a Sims rabbit hole. Really enjoying that, playing The Sims 4. Trying really hard to get myself on a schedule for you guys, because I am very much like a, you know, off the seat of my pants kind of person. But YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube likes plans. YouTube likes schedules. And I'm sure you guys do too, because then you would know when the heck to expect stuff. So, trying very hard to do that. But I've already broken my own goal and missed an upload date because we didn't have a franchise zoo Friday, and that is because I worked so ridiculously much this last week. So I do apologize, guys. That one's going to be late, but I am 90% done making the episode for this coming Friday, so there will 100% be an episode for this Friday. And we added some caimans. The caimans are super cute. Super cute. I haven't put them in there in the enclosure yet in our franchise zoo, so I have no idea if they're going to actually like it or not. But we'll see. We'll see. Addison, hello. Oh, thank you. First time watching the stream? Well, it's only my second time streaming, so you are not late at all. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and I never double checked with you guys. Can you hear? Planet Zoo's not playing music now, but hopefully you guys can hear it when it does. And actually, in fact, I might be able to put on some other music. Be right back. Totally forgot. I have Spotify up, and I could be playing music for you guys. Whoops. So give me just a minute. Let's see. Let's go some beautiful, royalty-free, non-copyrighted music. Let's see, hopefully this won't be... It's definitely not copyrighted free. Okay. Now, tell me. You guys should be able to hear a little bit of something something. Let's go back to my, I've lost you guys. Hold on. There we go. You guys should be able to hear a little something something going on. Let me know if you can't. I'll fix it. But that way it's not just my voice. Not just my voice. That way, like I said, I have a little bit of ambiance. Now you're jamming. That's right. Excuse me. It was a mistake. Don't demonetize me. It was 2 seconds. You can hear that. Is it too loud? I want to make sure you guys can still hear me and you're not struggling to hear over the music. Because I definitely still want you guys to hear me. Unless you guys don't want to hear me, I can sit here and build and just play music for you. But I like talking to you guys, so I think I will keep it where you guys can hear me. You like the music? Yeah, me too. This is actually by another wonderful content creator. He's the owner of a channel called Alpha Gaming. And he's also a Twitch streamer. His name is Harris Heller. And he created this playlist, actually this company rather, called Stream Beats. And I'm listening to it on Spotify, but he has it on his own website. You can get it Apple Music, Amazon Music, and it is all 100% royalty-free music. So streamers, YouTube content creators can play it in their streams, in their videos, and not worry at all about content strikes. And he has a lot of music. Like this one that I'm playing here is like his lo-fi, just ambient background music playlist. But he's got some, like the music from the stream intro is from him as well. And then he's got some rock music and just all types of stuff. So it just depends on what kind of gaming content or what kind of content in general you're making. But I don't have to worry about being demonetized or yelled at. Because I don't like being yelled at. DJ Savannah. It sounds like elevator music. We can certainly change it up if you guys want to hear something else. But I am a little bit limited on what we can play because, like I said, I don't want to get yelled at. You like the music? You're welcome. Sounds like, yeah, okay, I read all that. Just making sure. There was stream music. What do you mean? Yeah, we're playing music now. There wasn't before, but now we are. Okay, let's, doggo woggos, pay attention to you guys just a little bit. Let's tell you that we want you to sleep in here. Want you to sleep underneath here. This is your sleeping spot. There's that. And a little bit of a bigger one over here. There we go. That's your sleeping area. Sounds like chill hop. I have so much to do when I build and I don't know what to do next. Oh, I've been there, Fane. I've been there, and that's normally when I move on and start creating something else. And then after I do that, like a handful of times, I have like 7 projects that I haven't finished. I am the worst at that. The worst. Use a hotkey. Was there a question? How am I doing that without going to multi-select? Do you mean raising up and down the bedding? When you place something, if you hold shift, you can go up and down. If you hold control, you can move it on the XZ axis. Z spins it. And then X brings up the little multi-tool. So that's how, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, just shift is how I'm kind of, if you get something in the place that you want it, but it's a little bit too high or low, you can just hold shift and kind of adjust it as you want. Doggo's getting frustrated wanting breakfast. Yeah, my dogs definitely get very excited for food time. Very excited. They know exactly. We have a cabinet that their food is kept in, and as soon as you like look at the cabinet, they're like, food? You're feeding us? We're starving and malnourished because you never pay attention to us, ever. That's what my dogs say. You need help with the paths in Planet Zoo? I can barely do paths. You know who made a fantastic pathing tutorial? Although I'm almost positive he made one. Is Paulsley. Paulsley made a fantastic pathing tutorial. And I think Rudy might have as well. There are awesome, awesome tutorials out there. I really highly suggest looking into them because they are super, super helpful. For something like that, I'm not necessarily going to stop and go super in-depth into pathing. If we do some pathing, I'll kind of talk about how I'm doing it. But yeah, if you're looking for some help, I really suggest looking into some of the tutorials that are out there because, I mean, that's how I learned. I sat there and played with the pathing until I figured it out just by trial and error. Yeah, layout and landscaping is where you struggle. Yeah, and I struggle with overall landscaping or overall layout as well. Like when I was doing this, I opened up this world and I built this first and I just like plopped it down right there. And then after that, I built this one over here, and mostly just because I was like, well, I'll just go build over here right next to this one. And then is when I started thinking about, well, okay, the entrance is going to be here. People are going to walk in. I still have to decorate this open plaza area. But yeah, thinking about like the layout, about how people are going to get around, is something that I struggle with too. I can't sit down like Paul, the madman that he is, has shared pictures of like full out spreadsheets of, you know, where everything's going to go in a zoo. And then he just starts building, which is phenomenal if you can do that, but I just can't. I can't picture everything before I start building. I don't know if I necessarily like this song. Let's skip it. There we go. And I love this tree, by the way, but I don't really like it as a tree. I like it as a bush. So I use these as little decorative bushes all over the place all the time. I don't know if I necessarily like that. Something like that. We gotta figure out how we're going to fence these guys in. I was actually thinking of making this like the chain link or metal, and then having it come up and then doing a slight hangover, like, you know, how they do for animals so that they can't climb or jump out. Kind of doing that somewhere along the back here. As like an alternative viewing point, maybe over here. But that way it's not, like, I don't just want to do rocks all the way around, because I feel like that would be too samey, too boring. So let's take this barrier. Let's move this to about here. Is that in a line? Hopefully it's in a line. But we take this and this, and let's make it the metal. Let's make it all the same height at about 3 or so. Take this one, about 3 or so. Let's move this into the middle so that it's not bothering me. Yeah, because then we can do a couple of those. Maybe we'll do one on the other side as well. That way it's a little bit different. Addison, you play Franchise Zoo, you have $400,000. It's a lot of money. I wish I had $400,000 in real life. That would be amazing. But I do not. Also, you don't know how to spell his name. Who, Paulsley? He was in the chat. If you scroll up, his name is there. But it's Paul, and then it's a combination of his name and his wife's name, Leslie. Paulsely. Oh, God. It's another thing I struggle at. Awful speller. Awful. Cannot spell to save my life. Especially, like, out loud. Like, writing it down is one thing. Spelling it out loud. Failure. Yeah, thank you, Heather. Oh, God, I keep forgetting I can ask you guys questions because you guys are phenomenal and super helpful. Thank you, Heather, for spelling it out for her. keep forgetting that you guys are there and able to help because you guys are fantastic. Know your cat? I'm confused. Is confused with everything in Planet Zoo. Well, I mean, if you guys do have questions, please do ask. While we're building here, we can kind of go over stuff and I can try to help you out as best I can. Happy to do that, but do just try to have them be specific questions. Like, we're not going to go into, like I said, a whole pathing tutorial, just because that would take a little bit. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any specific questions that I can answer easily, because I am happy to talk about that with you guys. Happy to talk about that while we're building for the doggos. You're great at drawing, writing, and making books. That's an awesome skill to have. I'm a terrible drawer. I'm a really good copier. Like, if I see something, I can kind of bring it over and draw it myself. But as far as coming up with original stuff, no, that is not me. Can animals walk over the top of the trees when you sink them down to look like grass and bushes? Some animals have bigger, easier traversable area stuff. These guys can. You can. Well, actually, I haven't hit play yet. Let's wait for it to refresh. Yeah, these guys can. So see how this is still blue right here. So this tree's hitbox isn't impeding upon their traversable area. So yeah, so some of them can't. But the elephant grass, like this stuff, right? Elephant grass. This stuff, if I put this down and I sink that down, and we'll put some over here. I'm gonna delete this in a second. And then we go back to that and we hit play. See how there's now, pause, don't escape. See how there's now white around it? They cannot walk through that. So some yes and some no. It just depends on what you're dealing with. The elephant grass is a good way if you have like an escapable area and you don't want them to escape, you can take it. I like to spin it upside down because the bottom of it is a little bit more even. And then you kind of just sink it into the ground like so. And they won't be able to walk over that either because the hitbox is so large. Of course, you can have the grass showing a little bit, but that way you can kind of block an area without having a visual obstruction. Yeah, of course. Hi, Vivian. Were you lurking? Now you're not lurking anymore. Yeah, anybody that's lurking, still welcome on in and happy to have you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing. Let's see. Let's do this. Still on painted. I need to remember to drink more of my coffee. I still have all my coffee sitting here and I'm so wrapped up in chit-chatting and building. Forgetting. Ooh, and I also have candy next to me too. Because what says breakfast more than candy? Hello from Norway. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. God, I cannot believe how far people are and are still watching me. That's amazing. See. When you're in detailed mode, after hitting X, is there a way to confirm the placement without having to press the check mark? Yeah, so like if I place something and it's here, if I click over here, watch this right here, this build by. If I go over here, see how it goes lighter gray? That means I've placed it. So see how it's dark gray and I click over here? Now it's light gray and I've placed it. So instead of having to click, so if I'm building real fast, I'll kind of just click away so that you don't have to move your mouse quite as far and you can just sit here and build as many little white planks as you want. Yeah, that's a good question too. Yeah, because I definitely I do these things because I've sat here and, you know, obviously learned how to do them, but they're kind of just second nature to me now. So I am happy to explain anything if you guys are struggling, because there's definitely a lot of quick ways to do things, a lot of not so quick ways to do things. And it's just a matter of learning. And I want this long grass to go away so I can see what the heck I'm doing. There we go. Wow, that's amazing. What's amazing? Wolseley. You're in South Africa? Oh, another one of my bucket list places to visit. I would love to go to South Africa. Lions are my favorite animals. I'd honestly just like to go to Africa in general, because I think I would actually cry if I got to see one in real life. Because I love lions. Favorite animal. And that's actually one of the reasons why I haven't built for them yet. It sounds silly, but because they're my favorite animal, I want their habitat to be like perfect. So I haven't built anything for them yet. I know that's a bit silly, but that's why. That's why we have not built for them yet. Because I want them to have the most beautiful habitat ever. And yeah. So maybe one day I'll find a beautiful reference picture and build up the courage to build for them. But I love lions. We're quite global. We are, Silver Fox. It's amazing. I love how far away people are. And just the diversity of where everybody is from is phenomenal. You're welcome, Vivian. I hope it helped. I hope it helped. We were up until 3 a.m. sorting through Pokemon cards, so it'd be a minute before he does anything. For once, I'm awake before him. That's actually another one of my secret hobbies, and I only call it secret because I don't talk about it much on the channel, but Pokemon cards. I have collected Pokemon cards since I was, since they came out, really, because I was a kid when they came out, and so sorting my own cards is something that I need to do. Actually, in my office is where I have them all, and I'm looking at my little card sorter here with a bunch of stacks that I have not sorted through that I definitely need to do. So my question is what is that little, there is the, I think it's the African piece, like the rope thing with the little beads on it. It's here somewhere, this right here. So, do we want to, I think doing some of these is good. I wish we had a straight one, you know, like not one that had a curved to it, because that would be, God, the things we could do with that, the fencing we could create. What animal would you still like to see added to Planet Zoo? It's a really good question. I am really, now that we've gotten the, you know, the semi-aquatic pack or aquatic pack, whatever you want to call it, I would really love to see smaller animals. So meerkats, beavers, wallabies, things that are small, those filler animals in the game, I think would be phenomenal, because they're such a large part of like real life zoos when you go, you know, like little aviaries and things like that I think is what I really want to see come to the game. So not just a particular animal in general, but something like that. I think meerkats are a really good, or really popular choice, because a lot of people I think want to see them added to the game. And I am one of those people. And then birds too. I mean, I did, when I did my aviary build, the recreation of the Zoo Tycoon aviary, I talked about how between birds and aquatic animals, I was actually on the bird train. I was really hoping for birds. Super happy, do not get me wrong, about getting the aquatic pack, but I would definitely like to see the birds. I think that they would be really cool in game. We can move this over like so. It still comes out the right area. Yeah, what animals do you guys want to see added to the game? I'm always curious what the community wants to see. hoping if we're following Frontiers kind of release schedule, I guess, is every 3 months. I think it's like March or so we should start hearing, which is coming up. It's coming up, so hopefully we hear something and, you know, get something going. Let's see. What biome is this in? It's a desert. I don't remember specifically. I just remember it being a desert biome. What are these called? These posts as well. But yeah, something like this, I think, is what we're going for. See, and I would love if these were straight. If they were not curved. We need some tension. Tension on those wires. Let's see. Manatees would be good? Yeah. Manatees would be good. Sloths and pigs. Meerkats, but birds first. Yeah. Hi, Totter. I don't think I saw you come in. KB, I don't think I saw you come in either. Hello. Carly, hello. Missing some people, guys. Hello. Welcome in if you're just joining. You don't like birds in real life, but in the game you would love them. Yeah, birds are actually one of my favorite animals to work with. Love them. Like to have some birds or farm animals so you can make a kind of petting zoo. Yeah, see, and stuff like that, like petting zoo or farm animals would be pretty cool, because then we could do like kids sections of the zoo, and that would be pretty cool to have like a kids section of the zoo. Because it's all stuff that really is in zoos. The San Diego Zoo has a kids section right now that's, I believe, still under construction. Although with all their closures, they might be getting pretty close to finishing it. They actually opened yesterday, I think, for the first time. I think everything kind of opened back up, which is great. It's really great. Really great for them to be open to the public again, because they really, you know, they obviously, being a nonprofit, really rely on ticket sales and things like that. So it is nice for them to be open again. And the San Diego Zoo was one of the companies that was just doing a phenomenal job at being open but safe. So I think it's really good that they're open again. I'm actually going to try to go down there possibly next weekend and see if I can't do like a vlog for you guys. I've done a couple of them so far, and they're a ton of fun to do, just filming, walking around the zoo for inspiration. So I'm going to see if I can't make that happen, because I'm an annual pass holder at the zoo, and so we go all the time. And I have gone since I was little. So I think I'm going to shorten this. That way we don't have to worry about this tiny little overhang spot. Put that there. Right inside the pole. No, it's not. There we go. How much are you impacted by work and the realistic through your builds? Very much so. Very much so. And that's just how I like to build, because I like the challenge of it, to try to make it as realistic as possible. Now, I don't work with African wild dogs. I don't work with dingoes. I don't work with any animal here that's in the zoo. However, there's just kind of like some just general animal stuff that you might consider, like safety things or what keepers might need, and that just comes from working in the animal industry. So I do definitely try to keep those things in mind, and I have lots of friends that work at zoos and things like that, so I may be able to kind of pull from them. But yeah, I do take it into consideration quite a bit, for the most part. Obviously it is a game, and so the game still needs to work and run and be able to function properly, but I like building that way. I like building realistically if I can. Let's see if we can pull another one of these kind of over over here somewhere. Maybe we do it right here. Turn this. I really like this game, but the path system frustrates me. Yeah, it is. It's frustrating to get a hold of, but you know, there's a lot of things, and this is the way I see it. You know, there's a lot of things in life that just aren't super easy and they take time. But once you get a hold of it, it definitely is rewarding in the sense of where you can kind of do what you want. Now, there are limitations. It is a video game, but you can kind of learn how to tweak it, how to make it work, how to make it do what you want. But it takes time. It takes time. It takes patience. It's really tedious. It definitely is not like the easiest thing to do, but doable, not impossible. You know how special effects section has like the petals and leaves and stuff? I'd love to have fish as an option. Yeah, fish or butterflies I think would be cool. Bees would be cool. Definitely. But I think Frontier has said that they don't want to make like butterflies or bees because they don't want any animal, or they want all animals, sorry, to be like selectable. So they don't just want to do them as effects. I think that's what they've said. I could be wrong, but I think they mentioned that before somewhere. Or I heard that from somebody. I don't quite remember where I got that information from. I could be wrong, because I don't remember. Let's see, let's bring this up to about there. Yeah, voila, we have another little viewing section that's not quite in the right spot, but let's just move this forward just a bit. Hide everything. There we go. So yeah, now we can make, we can actually take the path, and we'll just put it where we want it for now. What path am I using? The rocks over there. Let's make it longer. Let's make it a little bit wider. And we can kind of go along here. Oh, see, it's gonna do that to you. There we go. And that's just because the barrier's already there, that it was freaking out. Because I want it to be close. So what you should do in theory is put your path down and then put your barrier down, because you can get it a lot closer if you do it in that order. But I just happen to put the barrier down, and it looks okay, I think, because we're gonna do a secondary fence here so people can't get right up against it. And then maybe we'll kind of come out and around, because we can put something in the middle there eventually. Maybe we can do like a food court, or maybe we can do like a small implied habitat, something like that. But yeah, that could probably just be rocks. Let's see. You're late, Jojo. You're only an hour late. We got about an hour to go. It's actually the first time I've looked at the clock since I started streaming. Been about an hour, so we'll have to figure out, maybe we'll bring this path through here, or secondary to that is we could make this an offshoot from over here. So I don't have to do a whole ton of pathing. Make this an offshoot from over here, and that way it is more of a loop, because we want to have some loops. So if we connect this here, that means that people can come through here to see the African wild dogs. They can walk around here, and then they can also get to them by over here. We want a ton of loops, because I think that works better with the pathing for the guests and stuff, but also just, you know, in real life, if you have lots of loops and whatnot, then people can walk around as they please. The manatee habitat at the zoo I went to had loads of butterflies in it. It was so pretty. I can imagine, yeah. Yes, Jojo, we are continuing the African wild dog habitat. So you can see here we have a very pretty hole in the ground. We adjusted our box to be not so box-like. So now it's got a little bit of a pitched roof to it. And now I got kind of bored with doing that. We still need to finish it, but I wanted to kind of do the outline here. And maybe we can hit play so the dogs can run around and not be on pause all the time. So let's see if we take, oh, these aren't in a group. See, and then, you know, I make too many groups, but then things I think are in a group are not in a group. Chaos. Chaotic builder. Chaotic builder. We'll do that. For that. am. Why is my graphics so good? Hi, Happy. Welcome to the stream. Probably just because of the setup that I have and the settings that I have my computer on. Don't ask me about my build at the moment because off the top of my head, I don't remember what's in the box. I do not remember what's in my computer. But there's a graphics card in there, which is probably why my graphics look the way that they do. But I am, for as tech savvy as I am, when it comes to like naming parts and pieces like that like, I mean, it's like not English, it's like a bunch of letters and numbers. Terrible. Terrible at that. Let's see, let's bring in some of these flexi-colored rocks at the bottom here, because these are my new favorite thing ever. Favorite thing. Sink that in. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of flexi rocks. Perfect. Yeah, I think so. They said there's such a focus on conservation. They want all the animals to have care needs. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Going into lurk mode. Enjoy packing and moving later this month. We were talking about packing and moving earlier when Paulsley was here. Such a pain. Oh, excuse me. I took a drink of my coffee not correctly. Don't mind me. Casually choking and dying on stream when it went down the wrong pipe. That's what I get for trying to read and drink my coffee at the same time. Weird question, but this video looks really bright, less saturated than the colors in my game look like. I like this look. Is this because of brightness settings in game? Yeah, so I go through and not only do I set like the settings in the game to be how I want them to be, but also like on my monitor, and then also there are some settings for how I'm streaming like on the streaming software that I'm using. So I think it's a combination of all of them. You know, again, I am super new to all of that, so I couldn't say for sure. Drew is the one that helped me set this all up for streaming, as I just kind of went through and he told me what settings to put, and so I put them. So he might be a better person to ask about that. But yeah, so that's why it looks the way that it does. At least I think that's why it looks the way that it does. Go back to Planet Zoo questions. Planet Zoo questions make me feel like I know what I'm talking about. Graphics and technology questions don't necessarily make me feel like I know what I'm talking about. And you would think I would know because I'm here doing it, but you'd be wrong. You love those rocks, the flexi-colored ones or the desert ones? I think you're talking about the flexi-colored rocks. I love those flexi-colored rocks too. They're amazing. Amazing. I don't know how we ever lived without them, really. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Make sure we get it sunk down so we don't see, but that way there's like a little cliff overhang. You choke on your drinks all the time. Great, I'm not alone. I am not alone. Yeah, fortunately it wasn't too bad because I kind of like knew it was happening, so I stopped taking such a big drink. Otherwise I was going to have to mute my mic and, you know, die for a second and then come back. But it wasn't so bad. I survived. I survived. Oh, yes. Thank you, Silver Fox, for promoting that. I'm really bad at remembering that. But yeah, the YouTube algorithm loves those likes. Loves those likes. And I really appreciate it. You guys are so wonderful anyway. So supportive. I really do have some of the best viewers, I think, ever. And probably a lot of content creators say that, because I'm sure a lot of content creators think that. But I think that as well. I think you guys are phenomenal. Like, for example, franchise episodes that I put out. I still never think they're going to be entertaining. I'm always like, yeah, you know, it wasn't that great. We didn't get that much done. I wasn't talking that much, or I wasn't talking enough. And then I release it, and the feedback that I get on the franchise videos is like super positive. You guys blow me away. So thank you. I really appreciate that, because it makes me feel a little bit better about what we're putting out, and it makes me want to do more, to be honest, because, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy it when you guys enjoy it. So yeah, you guys really are the best. You're actually not a big fan of those rocks. I struggle to see them fitting when I'm building. I've tried so many times, but it's just meh. The flexi-colored rocks, Fane? Is that what you're talking about? So what I do is actually, I have started to sync them in with the other rocks, because they have such a different textures. Like, so for example, these are all the natural rocks. So then now I'll go back through and I'll kind of just sync these guys in to where, see how they just like barely show? And then I'll change the color so that they match a little bit better, but they're really good at filling in little sections, at least in my opinion, that are kind of different textures, make it look a little different, because they've got those really prominent like cracks and stuff in them, where they obviously look like fake real rocks kind of thing, or real fake rocks, something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, and actually I don't need to change them too terribly much, because of the biome that we're working in. This color is kind of almost right on for what we want, but let's group them. So I do like to keep the normal rocks in a group, although these ones aren't, but then the flexi-colored rocks in a group, because if you take that and you change it, once they're in a group, that annoying like blue goes away. This blue goes away. You hit the color, and then body color, and then you can adjust it, and you can see right away that it changes and how it'll look. Whoa, that's not the color we want. But I'll pick a color that is slightly darker, like that. So see how it's like, it's the same kind of color, but different a little bit. And then I always play with either a white highlight or a black highlight. And in this case, I think I like the black highlight. Yeah, and see how it gives it a little bit more dimension, I guess, a little bit different to it. Addison, you're gonna play now? Have fun. What are you building? What are you building? Yeah, the flexi colored ones. Yeah. Oh no, you're late. Don't apologize. Never apologize. Ever, ever, ever. No apologizing, because just being here is great, and we still got 40 minutes to go, so we still got quite a ways to go. You didn't miss a whole lot. We did a little bit more work over here, and now we're kind of working on some other little viewing areas, so they can come over here and they can see our doggo woggos down there. And then what I'll do is let's take all of these, see if I can't select the majority of them. Here, 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 and then maybe we'll take these two as well, and go away. Why? Oh, because these two are groups. Yeah, so let's take this over here so that we don't have to do the same work twice. We can, whoops, we can rotate this. We can sink it down. And then you can see, voila, we have the start of another little cliff over here in front of this viewing area. Work smarter, not harder, right? That is our goal. Smarter, not harder. So then if we take this one, we can do the same thing. And this one will have to line up with the posts, because the little rocks are what I put under each post, like so, but down a little bit more. Check and make sure we aren't poking through the path too much. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll just take this one and we'll move you a little bit out so you're not so much through. And then, like I said, voila. Voila. Thank you, Heather. I'm actually really happy with how these little viewing areas turned out. I wasn't quite sure how we were going to make it look different, but I'm pretty happy with these. I like this look. The one thing that I did want to double check now that I'm thinking about it is, do we like this or this better? I'm almost thinking that I actually like this one better because of the color, but also just because I feel like it, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the color. I had another possible opinion in mind, and then when I went to say it, I changed my mind. Hey, Poison Blade! Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. How did I do that with all the dots? So that, when I rotate, is the angle snap. So if I take this group again, and you can see I've hit X, now my little doohickey thing here is up. I can go to here, and my angle snap is off. You can see where it's all gray here. If I hit spacebar, it turns on. You can also just click and unclick this, but spacebar is on. So then when I go to rotate it, it will, if I'm picking it up, rather, if I'm like this and rotating it, oops, if I hit the right button, hit Z and then rotate it, and that's just the angle that it's snapping at, so that tells me the angle snap is on. If I hit spacebar, then those dots are away and I can rotate it like crazy. Yeah, that's what those dots are. Is if you pick up an object and you're rotating it with angle snap on, it'll show up with those little dots. Let's go ahead and get this here. You like them both, but you like the second one a bit more? Yeah, I think so. This one it just looks too new for like the color wood that we have, and this up top here, which I actually forgot. I wanted to change all of these to, you can change the color of the beads on these. I kind of want to change them to black beads instead of the yellow. Let's see. Yeah, like that. Zoofluencer! Hello! Welcome! Thank you for stopping by. How are you? It's like, what, like 6 or 7 o'clock at night for you? How goes your house move? We were talking to Paulsley about him moving house. Sure do miss your content there. I can't wait till you get back on. Can't wait to see your build challenge video. That's coming out in a couple weeks. Is Bold here? I missed Bold. Hi, Bold. How are you? Had a horrible glitch where you just kept getting murdered. You must be talking about another game. I hope you're not talking about life. Let's see. Oh, Wreckfest. Yeah. It's a racing game they've been playing over on Drew and Estan's channel, which is a ton of fun to watch them play. Alright, so let's change this one, yeah, because I do think I like the, what's it called? That. You guys know exactly what I mean. Ta-da! Are you guys still hearing music? Because all I hear in my earphones is Planet Zoo music. All I hear is the Planet Zoo music. Oh, now I hear kind of the background music. Oh, they're talking about Among Us. Yeah. Among Us is a lot of fun. Not one that I've gotten my the hang of yet, though. Not one I have gotten the hang of yet, though. Desert rocks. Let's make this wall look a little bit more like a wall. And less like, random rocks. Oops, I want my angle snap on. Let's see. It's currently negative 38, and I'm trying to convince myself to go outside and feed the animals. What's the worst that could happen if you don't feed them? I'm completely kidding. You should go feed them. You should go feed your animals. I'm sure the horses will thank you. But I would have the hardest time motivating myself to go outside and feed them at negative 38 degrees. Too cold. Too cold. Not for me. In fairness, we keep inviting me to hang out, but I'm way too famous. I don't think I'm famous. I just think I'm busy. And by busy, a lot of the times I mean like I'm in bed and I don't want to get up. Sometimes I'm at work, to be fair. But there have been a couple times where I can't be convinced to get up. Cannot be convinced. The teacher will play Among Us. She'll play Among Us with you guys, or she'll just play like while you guys are doing homework and stuff. I don't feel like teachers should be playing video games while you guys are working, unless she's like playing with you guys as some sort of team building thing. But you know, every teacher's different. Savannah has an evil like laugh. I have been told that. That is not news to me. Kind of laugh like that when I feel like I am being a little evil. Is that the laugh you're talking about? As you're talking about it, I go ahead and do it for you. Goodness. Same girl, same. Yeah. I mean, if we're being real honest. Sometimes I need my bed. I need my sleep. I need my bed. Not even video games can get me up. That's when you know I'm real tired. Being the gamer that I am and the fan of video games that I am, if you can't convince me to get out of bed to play a video game, nothing's convincing me to get out of bed. Maybe food. And maybe if I have to pee. But those are the only two things. Otherwise, you've lost me for the night. I'm also one of those people that, like, once I'm in bed or once I'm in the mindset of going to bed, that's it. There's no convincing me to then be productive after that. I have made up my mind and my mind has spoken. And that is what is happening. Let's add some rock texture here and make this look. It's kind of blending in a little bit. Like a so. Get this soil down the bottom. That looks pretty. Do we think? Gotta change the color of these rocks that I placed though. To match. They have to match. Let's make these all one. And then we can double click and we can select everything. Let's change the color to here and to here, and now they all match. Now they all look beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's add some green. Waiting for me to download Call of Duty Warzone. You know, I thought I had it, Silver Fox. But I was thinking of, what's the new one that came out? Cold War? Right? But we're going to have to see if it's compatible between the computer and my Xbox, because I only play Call of Duty on my Xbox. I don't have it on my computer, so I want to make sure that it's compatible. And if so, then shoot, yeah, all for it. Desert is what we want. Desert is what we want. And we want those pretty trees. I like those pretty trees. Where'd they go? Oh, oops. No, not aquatic. Pretty trees. Aha. Pretty trees that we're going to use as bushes. Let's see. Does it stick out too much on the other side? It's okay if it does there. I just don't want it to overlap the path. Because the path we want to be clear for our guests. So they don't have to walk through a tree. Just see. There. Over there on the other side. That's great. Cebrus, welcome! Is it Cebrus or Cybrus? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Any more friends who play Among Us? Yeah, it's a super fun game, but it's not a game you can play by yourself, right? I like playing, I like things that are, like multiplayer, but you don't have to play multiplayer. Because a lot of the times, I'm just kind of doing things on my own, and if you have to rely on other people, then it makes it a little bit more complicated. Let's see, what's another good... Let's look and see what these guys even like. Because even though we're playing in sandbox, I kind of want to keep it along the lines of what they would want. So desert, oh, grassland, that's the other one. I knew there was another biome that had some of the other stuff like that I used over there, like some of the Australian trees and stuff like that. It's grassland. Oh, and these trees are awesome for little flowers and stuff like that. I used those over in the dingo habitat. Let's kind of put these down at the base of this tree. Those make such nice bushes. Yeah, they do. These are some of my favorite. Just I like the color of them, and you know, I like when you can take one of these. If I can even select it. Nope. Let's find another one. You can take it, you can sink it down, and it's like a not super thick, but then you can like double it up and make it like a super thick bush. I like when trees are like that, because then you can make it as thick or as sparse as you want it to be. Really customizable. Yeah, I like it. I like this little tree. Is this one of the umbrella? Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like this little tree. I'm gonna put him over here because I don't know what to do with him yet. But I don't want to forget about him, so he can sit over there until we're ready for him. And then let's see where else we want to put. I don't want to put something right here. Start filling it in. This is when I start to really like the habitats. Is when we start to put trees and stuff down. Let's see if we're in here. Yeah, I think that's looking good. And when we start to put trees and stuff down, it just makes everything better. I missed the fence being made. Is it rope or something else? Oh, it's like an African piece. Let's see, what's it called? It is called African disc bunting rope. There you go. It's that one. And it's recolorable, but all it recolors is these little beads. I was talking about it earlier. I really like it, but I wish we had a straight one that didn't slope like this, because it's a lot thinner than the actual rope pieces, like the rope pieces. But it does. It bends like that. But yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, the Australian pack, I love the aesthetic. I mean, that's what we're building in now here with all this wood color and all these trees and stuff like that. That's really, really up my alley. I 100% agree with you. I really like it. And then these we'll kind of put over here, because this will be more of like a guest viewing decoration area, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We'll focus on that a little bit later, but that's the start of that. Let's see. You're working on your African section. African sections are one of the more filled out scenery piece items that the game has. Like, there's a lot of African pieces that you can choose from. Yeah, it's a cool aesthetic to build in. I like that too. These trees I also really like. They make really good bushes too. And I'm trying to think about where I don't know if I necessarily want as many trees as are over here. I'm trying to think about where I want coverage to be. Maybe we'll put a couple on the outside. So let's see. Let's copy this one. And we'll put one outside here. See how that looks. Yeah, there we go. That way there's something outside the habitat. We'll go back to here. We need something around the base of this tree. We'll go back to those trees I said I liked that make good bushes too. We'll kind of put you here. We'll kind of layer these in over here as well. Make it a little thicker. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with their habitat, because right now it's just kind of a flat flat thing. They're gonna need some bushes, need some decoration. What I'll probably do is like a rock kind of separator so that it's not flat. And then some more trees and stuff and some of their habitat items. Did these guys use the little swimming pool thingy? Species, African wild dog. Do they use the pool that the dingoes use? Oh no, do they not? That's sad. Is it only for the dingoes? I don't think I realized that. That's a bummer. Should we tell Savannah how many people are watching? No. That's okay. I don't need to know. I'll figure it out after the stream. I do not need to know that information. It is not pertinent to what I am doing. I only say that because it'll just make me nervous. It'll make me nervous and it'll make me think about it. And I don't want to think about it. I want to think about the build. No distractions. That's right. That's a distraction. That's what we'll say. Put this over here. And maybe a couple over here. Like that. Yeah, we need to terrain paint this. I just realized we kind of stopped terrain painting. Bold knows all about good internet. Yeah, we haven't had any more lagging problems, right? I hope not. It's kind of annoying in the beginning of the stream. Let's give them some grass. Here and maybe here. I don't want too much. I do want some dirt in there. But some grass and greenery is great. I like when you, it's not down on intensity, but I'm kind of just barely clicking, and it kind of keeps this like speckled, dappled look on the ground. Let's see. Triggered. Painted dogs use ant hills in the wild for vantage points while hunting. Maybe a hill in the middle. Yeah, we can do some terrain, like if we raise it up just a little bit. Maybe we do something here. Maybe we do one kind of over here, a little higher. And we'll smooth it out so it's not quite so prominent. And then we can kind of decorate the sides with some rocks if we bring out rocks. We've placed a lot of rocks this stream. Hope that's okay. You guys seem to be enjoying it, which is great. But rocks are pretty rocks are useful. Sorry, pretty. Rocks are pretty. Rocks are useful because they don't count towards your like coverage, but they are something in the habitat to look at. So they're really helpful in that sense of like if I have an animal that doesn't like coverage, like the like flamingos or I think saltwater crocodiles don't have a lot of coverage needs, that you can put them in there and it makes the habitat look full and not so blank, but without obviously going over their coverage needs. You can make some faux hills, yeah. No lagging since I started. Beautiful. YouTube got itself together. Yeah, something a little like this. That way it's not just a hill in the ground, but we have some sort of elevation, some sort of change. Let's do... Maybe we can do a, like this will be like a little sunning spot. We'll put like a enrichment thing up there or something like that. So that they can have, I want the edge of this rock. There. Whoa, went through the building real quick. No, I don't like that. Go away. Use this one. There we go. Yeah, something like that. We have a little bit of terrain differentiation, and let's go ahead and paint the terrain so it looks a little bit different. If we paint kind of around these rocks real subtly, and that way it kind of makes them stand out a bit. So this rock here, and we'll do some of the cracked dirt too. It's actually a question I get quite frequently, especially in the franchise zoo because it's a tropical zoo and I use the light soil, a lot in franchise. But you'll notice like in this biome, the light dirt is all this like cracked dirt. In tropical, oops, that's the wrong grass. In tropical, it is the kind of like mulch bark type texture, and that just changes with the biome that you're working in. But I get that question a lot, like, oh my gosh, where did you find that terrain paint? Because it's not in my game, and it's because of that. It's because of what biome you're working in. We need Drufus here. Did he leave? He was here earlier. More rocks, always. That's right, Brittany. More rocks. I love how rocks work. Rock work looks in the game, but I hate making it. Yeah, you know, it can be tedious. One thing that I do, like I did this fairly quickly because we did this one and then we just copied it and moved it over here. But you can see because this was a steeper gradient of the terrain and this was a more shallow sloped gradient here, that the rocks are poking out at different heights, and so it looks completely different, but we took the exact same rocks and put them over here. It's just how much they're sticking out of the terrain. Bold told a dad joke? I missed it. I love dad jokes. Yes, using the trees as bushes can become expensive in terms of coverage. Yeah, especially if an animal doesn't like too much. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because it just has to be in their enclosure, right, for them to care about it. And if it's a tree, then it counts as a tree, even if it's, you know, almost all the way in the ground. Let's see, let's put this little toy like on top of here so that they come over, and the idea is they could lay out here in the sun and play with their toy. We can give them something else like that over here, maybe. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, what do you guys think so far? We have about 15 minutes left. I'm thinking we'll kind of finish this off. Let's go ahead and bring the path down here. I want it to connect. Will it connect? Can we go down? Let's delete the barrier so that we can get this going. We'll kind of swoop it. We'll swoop it around to the side here. Oh, okay, or we won't swoop it. There you go. Told you could swoop. There we go. Bring that around and connect it like so. Really? We only want it. Okay, there we go. And then we have to fix this so that the doggo don't freak out. Here and there. Great. We can even bring this in just a little bit so they're not actually in there. Great. Thank you, Heather. I'm happy with how it's turning out. I'm also impressed with myself about the whole talking and the building and the, you know, normally I build like by myself and then I do the voiceover. So I'm glad we're actually moving and a grooving. We're getting something done here. Just turned off the animal needs nowadays. Yeah, I don't want to compromise my ability to foliage the heck out of things. Yeah. Yeah, you know, to a certain extent, I do too. But like, if we look, I don't even know what these guys like for coverage. Oh yeah, see, we still got plenty for these guys. But also, there are some animals that I'll just build as much as I want to, and as long as everything else is okay, their welfare is still like 80 or maybe 90, and that's totally fine for me. Thank you, Jake. Yeah, I'm happy with how it came out. I watched some videos of wild dogs and have noticed that they tend to have their dens where it's not that much trees. It's probably mostly to keep an eye when they have puppies. Yeah. It looks amazing so far. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it's coming out well. Question. Well, should we do another viewing thing over here? Or my first initial thought was just rocks, because then we have 3 viewing points, and I think just rocks. I think I've answered my own question. I think just rocks would look nice, because then when you are looking from all the viewing areas, it's not like you can see people everywhere. You're obviously going to be able to see people across there, And you'll be able to see people across here. But like if you were standing here, you'd see like people. And I don't necessarily want them to be able to see that many people. So yeah, I think I've answered my own questions. Yeah, you guys agree, rocks. Aaron agrees, so that's good. That's all I need, one person. I just need one person approval, I guess. Just rocks, yeah. The Planet Zoo music has gotten loud again for me. Let me turn it down a little bit. Sorry, guys. Let me know if it does get loud. How is that? That should be a lot better. Should be a lot better for you guys. Yeah, it fluctuates because it just depends on how it's playing, or like if it's playing rather, because we have it paused and we're playing in sandbox mode. Yeah, I just turned it down, Drew. It should be good. Let me know. It got loud on us. It's because the song it's playing is loud. Let me know if I need to turn it down more. Perfecto? Great. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, so we're gonna put this here. Hey, Drew's back! I just noticed that. How's the housework? You being productive? Getting things done? Move this and move that. Oh, thanks for coming, Janella. Have a good day. Are you going to sleep? Catch up on your sleep. No sleep deprivation. Let's see. Just gonna adjust all these rocks so that they're not sticking up too much. Not all in the way, because the guests will walk through them, but we don't want that. We don't want the guests to have to walk through rocks in order to get from point A to point B. It's a bit unrealistic, if I do say so myself. Taking a break in between dishes and vacuuming. Vacuuming I don't mind, but dishes are my least favorite house chore ever. I hate doing the dishes. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Dishes is not my thing. I'll vacuum, I'll dust, I'll sweep, I'll organize, I'll put things away, but no thank you to the dishes. Laundry's another one. I absolutely hate doing laundry. Putting it in the washer and dryer is not so bad, because obviously the washer and dryer do most of the work. But once it's all done, I hate putting it away. Hate putting it away. So those are my two least favorite house chores ever. It's funny that, you know, as people we have, you know, least favorite things like house chores. Just had some spaghetti. That sounds good. It sounds good, but it's also still like, you know, 9:50 for me, so it doesn't quite sound like a food that I should be eating at this moment. Yeah, so then we'll decorate that. We'll bring some of it out so it's not quite so flat, but that gives a nice, you know, barrier walk around area. We can plant this little section here. We'll make this our little plaza, and get going on that. We have about 10 minutes left. On stream here till I'm gonna get going, and I actually got to finish up a couple other videos so that you guys can see. I made myself a schedule, like I said, and I'm trying real hard to stick to it so that you guys get some content on some regular intervals there. But yeah, you don't have a dryer, so hanging the washing up is my absolute least favorite. Yeah, I have a few like clothing articles of clothing pieces, whatever you want to call them, that aren't able to be dried despite the fact that I have a dryer, and yeah, that's really annoying. If you hate dishes, what about a dishwasher? See, I have a dishwasher. I still hate the dishes. I still hate the dishes even though I have a dishwasher. Yeah, so it's not that. It's just something about the dishes. Don't know what it is, but I do not like doing the dishes. That's not perfectly straight, so let's get rid of that. Excuse me. Thank you. And let's see, let's take this. This will just be our secondary fence so we can keep it consistent with what is on the other side of the zoo, but we'll do that there. And now let's move this forward so that it's right there. The guests are going to kind of glitch through this just a little bit because it's right on the edge of the path, but I think that's okay. Oh, you subscribed when I had only 78 subs. Thanks for being here so long. Yeah, you know, I can still remember when I didn't have basically any subs. Yeah, it was it's been amazing how we've grown. I'm always kind of amazed and blown away by the support and the size of the channel and things. And like I said, it just encourages me. It just makes me want to do more and keep going. So forever grateful for that. Let's put this over here. Be one of the last things that we do so that our guests, you know, stay away and don't poke their fingers in. Although the reason that I built it the way that I did was to keep the African dogs, like, hopefully the idea is that they won't actually get all the way up here. So not only are they kind of double fenced away from here, but also the dogs are going to be down here. So it's not like they can come up and get their fingers bitten off. Because you know somebody would do that if they had the ability. Yeah, so we have that. We have double fencing there. God, I really like how this turned out. I really do. I really like how this is looking. Awesome. Like I said, trees make everything better. We added some rocks. We added lots of rocks. We added trees. We added bushes. And then everything starts to come together. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. I remember when you had about 1K. Yeah. Is that a fence? Not on my watch. You subscribed? Thank you, Riley. I'm going to try to get some alerts up so that if people do subscribe during the stream, that there's a little notification thing that goes off, but I'm terrible at that. So Drew, help. Help me. Drew's not terrible at that, so he can help. Congrats on 5K. Yeah, thank you. I completely spaced on that. Yeah, we hit 5,000 subscribers a day or so ago. Let's double check and see if these guys can't escape. And if they can't, I'll go ahead and play it and we can watch them run around for the last little bit. Oh, they can escape over there and they can escape right there. But that is because... Whoa, they're going for it. That's because, one, this obviously is all open, but these are not pulled back far enough. So we can put that there, and we can pull that there. And then same thing with this one here. We'll just pull this back a bit, and they won't be able to escape. And then for now, because I'm lazy and I just want to watch them run around, let's go to construction. Let's grab just a wall. A wall. There we go. Wall. Not that wall. This wall. And we're just going to do like so. And make it so they can't escape. There. Hopefully. Let's see. They should be all locked in. Voila! Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and see. No, come here. You. Cute little doggo woggo. Yeah, anyway, we hit 5,000 subscribers and I don't know what to do to celebrate. I don't know what to do cuz yeah, it happened fairly quickly and I think we're already at 51, almost 52, I think. So yeah, you guys are killing it. You really are. YouTube is one of those things that, like, quite literally couldn't do it without you, because you guys are the ones that have to support. You guys are the ones that have to subscribe. So I am forever grateful for that. Let's see. I'm gonna spend some time just reading through chat. Remember when you didn't do voiceovers? Yeah. At first I didn't do voiceovers and it wasn't necessarily because I was nervous. Don't get me wrong. I definitely was nervous. Like, what the hell do I say when I'm building in a video game? But it was mostly because I didn't have like a proper mic and stuff and I didn't want it to sound too terrible. I think people underestimate audio in their content creation and how important it is. Because audio is very important. I would say sometimes even before before the actual visuals, you know, because people are listening and they want to hear high quality stuff like scratchiness or anything like that, you know, to a certain extent, I think really hinders content's quality. Personal opinion is what I'm basing this on. I like to watch content that has nice audio and stuff like that. Oh no, he's injured. Who's injured? Somebody that we're looking at? That's okay. We're playing in Sandbox, and I do have staff in here, so hopefully they'll figure it out. We'll take care of that later. Yeah, he was flying in midair. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I definitely don't think I'm the best Planet Zoo content creator. I think everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, but I really appreciate the compliment. Thank you. You're very late, Rachel. Yeah, we got 3 minutes left. We're just kind of hanging out looking at the dog now and wrapping the stream up with you guys. A 5K subscriber 30-second dance party. That requires me getting a camera, Silver Fox. I don't know if we're quite that committed yet. Not quite that committed yet. Trying to finish up my coffee. This turned out so cool. It looks great. Thank you so much. Oh, we're going to the bathroom. Quality content. Yeah, we're definitely not done. I'm thinking, not... Oh, hold on. I need my calendar. Before I speak, I have to make sure I'm giving you the right information. 2 bathroom breaks in one shot. Lucky you guys. I have everything written down because information that is just in my head goes in and out and is just gone. So I have to keep everything written down. So let me verify. Yeah, so today is the 7th. I'm thinking that on the 21st, which will be 2 weeks from today, will be our next stream. We'll be able to go ahead and finish this up. And then after that... No, the 21st, I'm just kidding. The 21st is our Blind Shell zoo tour. So we'll be streaming that on the 21st. So then that means that on March 7th, so basically a month from now, we'll finish this up and then get it put together in a video for you guys to see. So yeah, that sounds like the plan. I think there's one more stream that we need in this zoo. We can get the shade structure done. We can finish up the habitat and the guest areas and stuff like that. And not that we won't be done with this zoo, but maybe we'll be done with this habitat and we'll kind of move on from there. Yeah. No poop alert. That's right. Great stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, Primal, we're sticking with the every other Sunday right now. Don't get me wrong, I want to. Last Sunday I was like, should I just do it? But no, I'm sticking to my schedule for now because I don't want to slack on my content creation. So for now, every other Sunday is what we're doing. But rest assured it will likely up sometime in the near future because this is a lot of fun. I like talking to you guys. I like streaming. I like building while you guys are here. I think it's great. So, but every other Sunday for now. When's the deadline for the competition? The 26th is, I believe, what I wrote down. Because on the 28th is when you guys should expect the top 5 build video. Yeah, so you got a couple more weeks for that, and if you need the stuff, it's all over in the Discord. Everything is written out in the rules, so do make sure to read that before you get building to make sure you're doing the right thing. Is that our injured doggo? Is he back? Is he back? All right, guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while we were doing this African wild dog build. I don't have an outro just yet, so I'm so sorry. Once I hit end stream, it's just going to cut you all off. But I'm working on that. So next stream, hopefully we'll have an outro and you guys will have a couple minutes to kind of say bye and kind of get out of here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Sean, Derek, Callie, Primal, Titan Pro is in here, Riley, Rachel, Kirsty, all you guys. Amazing. And then amazing thank you to Heather and Silver Fox again. And Aaron, you're here because I couldn't do it without my mods, Heather and Silver Fox. You guys, seriously, you're the best. And I really appreciate all your help. But yeah, bye Emma, bye Zekin, bye Vivian, And Seabriss is still here. Bye, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll let you guys watch the doggos as my outro for another, like, minute or so, and then I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.